Hello everybody and welcome back to Going Medieval. As always, I am Dor, and today we're going to go ahead and try and sort our food issues here. So they are going up here still to go ahead and get their berries here, so we need to go ahead and put down some farm plots. We do have berries getting grown here, and we do have cabbage getting grown here, which I don't know if we can see how far that is. It says it's still ripening, so it should be ready shortly. I don't know how long the growth time is on that thing, but we're going to go ahead and do as well, right? We're going to go ahead and mine out these two areas here to go ahead and allow us to go ahead and build in this area, so that way we don't just have these two random little cliff thingies hanging out here. So we're going to go ahead and clear these two little chunks here. That's going to open up this area for us to go ahead and squeeze some stuff in. And while they go ahead and do that, we can go ahead and probably start planning our buildings here. So if we look at the production stuff here, we have the smokehouse to try and preserve some food. If we click on this guy is going to produce meals. So I'm going to go ahead and enable that. I don't know if we have any resources. Yeah, we don't have any items in here to make any food, so that's not going to do anything. I believe the same thing if we go ahead and click on this guy. Yeah, that's not going to do anything either. So we can go ahead and look at these guys. So we have the wooden workbench and all these things I think are in here already, so that's nothing new. And actually some of our cabbage just went to be ripe, so we can go ahead and harvest that stuff with, I believe, this guy here. There we go. So let me just do this. Is this going to pick up everything? It's going to pick up everything. Oh, no. I don't want that to happen. I want that to not do that, please. Oh, okay. So we don't have to harvest that. We have to cut it. We can't harvest that little chunk of ripe food there. So we have to cut it, and that's going to pick up the cabbage for us at least. That's going to buy us a little time here with the food. We can also have our guys go ahead and hunt a little bit because we do have some deer over here in these sides. So let me go ahead and have that guy get triggered as a hunting object. And we might actually have our guys kind of go out a little bit here and start harvesting the berries and stuff in the distance here, because we do have some of that stuff going. Eventually the plants over here that we planted are going to mature. They are matured. They're not giving us any berries, unless that's not what these guys are. Are they? These guys are. So yeah, we just have to wait until they flower. They're just not flowering yet. So eventually they will do that. We have a bunch of the cabbage going. I don't know why they're harvesting all this stuff. Is this stuff ripe already? Oh, it is ripe. Okay, cool. So we just had some harvest get ruined. I guess that's because this guy's not good at it. I think that's what just happened. So what I would like to do while they're doing that then, in this area, once this is cleared out, I'd like to put down a little house and have it dedicated to be food items. I'm not sure if the food items will last longer in a building or not, but we can go ahead and do that. I want to check the research thing one more time here, because I swear there was another option. Yeah, this guy here, smoked. Oh, it's smoked meat. Okay, I thought it was something else that we could store the normal vegetables and stuff on. Okay, no. So all we have is those smoking buildings there. Okay. So we need to go ahead and get some meat, and then we can go ahead and store that stuff. And I'm not quite sure why they're not picking up this stuff. Either they're already wearing armor or they don't need it. I'm not too sure. They're not even putting it in the stockpile here. So I'm going to leave that be for right now. We do have a deer here on the ground. Can we go ahead and have them harvest this thing? Maybe cut it? I'm not too sure on that one. They are going to do what they're going to do, I guess. Let's go ahead and have them do this infinitely here. So until forever. That's going to go ahead and make the meat here. This is going to also make this stuff forever. So they go ahead and cook. And I want them to prioritize this guy here. So actually looking at the stats here on the job screen, we're going to take the bow away from this guy and give it to Caitlin, because she has a better hunting stat than he does. And I think we need the bow and arrow for the hunting stuff here. So we're going to swap those guys around, and we're also going to go ahead and have them go ahead and be level 2 on hunting. The rest of those guys can be on 3, and the only other one we're going to change around is the smithing for this person. We're going to make them kind of be more prioritize on that instead of the other person. And then everybody else pretty much only has 1 star in the other items here. We're just going to leave those defaulted, and as they get better and better, we'll go ahead and swap them around. Like if we get somebody else that's 2 star, I don't know if that's going to rank up on anybody else, but if it does go to 2 star, then we'll swap that around. But for right now, that'll be that. And I'm trying to see which one of these job things would allow them to harvest the animal here. Oh, there we go. If we go ahead and right click on it, we can prioritize it to be hauled into the stockpile here. And I think that's going to allow them to go ahead and use it for this thing here before it goes too bad here, because it is starting to spoil. We have like 3 days or something for it to go ahead and be utilized here. But let me see. Can I do that with this stuff too? I can't highlight it all, but I can go ahead and prioritize all this stuff to go ahead and get put into the stockpile so it's utilized in a central location at least. So I went ahead and shrunk the little forest thing that we placed down last episode because it was going out another 3 or 4 little tiles out, and these guys are just prioritizing that for some reason. So I went ahead and disabled that. We have, what is that, 5 rows of trees right now. That's going to be plenty of wood for us, and then we'll go ahead and just have another thing of wood set up eventually, but we're going to go ahead and have them mine this thing out here. They're going to just start on it now, and once they're done with that, we can go ahead and probably have them do this little chunk of the little mountain thing here as well, and that's going to open up the middle of the map here for us to go ahead and start placing down some more buildings, start building out some more of the stockpiles here, and we can go ahead and kind of change things around, right? With the stockpiles, we can go ahead and set the dumping stuff and the warfare stuff in different stockpiles so that they're not going to the same places together, and I'm not too sure if that's going to matter right now early game, but in the later game, that's probably going to help keep things a little more prioritized or organized and stuff like that, not prioritized. Let me go ahead and have them process this stuff out here. It's going to take a few minutes. Let me go ahead and just put it into 3 times here. Hopefully we don't have to do any more raids or anything like that. Hopefully that kind of takes a back seat for right now. We need to go ahead and get our stuff fixed up here. And we also need some more villagers. I'm not quite too sure how we go about getting more villagers, if it's just random events that happen. Like we got, was it Matilda here? I think that's who we got from that last little thing there. But we also have some research points, so we can go ahead and research some stuff if we want. We can go ahead and do tailoring. That's going to give us the ability to get clothing items, and we can do brewing. We can go ahead and get the ability to make ale and beer and stuff like that, or furniture for some fancier beds and some chairs. So those are we have these options available too. We can make clay and we can make stone bricks, and we have a couple more unlocked now. So we got cooking, we got research tier 2, fletching tier 2, and we have blacksmithing. So for right now, let's actually do something that's going to help our people be happy. So is this going to help us make our people happy? Because right now they're not super happy with the stuff we have going on here. Let's do furniture, because we'll be able to make a better bed, and hopefully that allows them to sleep a bit better and be a little more energized. So we'll do that one. And we also have enough points here to do another one. So we can do decorative structures or banners. We're going to do brewing because I don't know if that's going to help our people or not, but we can go ahead and do that. And since our people are a little annoyed at us right now, let's go ahead and put down another leisure item here. So we have a wooden oak brethren shrine or a restitutionist shrine. So let's look at our people here and see what religion they are. I'm gonna leave it on 1 times right now just so I can see if that's even in here. That's something I can read. Let me go flipping through the pages here. So I don't think there's a thing that tells me which one they are. I don't think it matters. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this one. This looks like a big dude's face, so we're just gonna plop that over here then by the pyres so that they can go pray by the dead bodies. That's fine with me. And then that way they have that to go ahead and do. Oh, we had a stone variant we could have done too. Do we have 80 limestone? We do have plenty of limestone. We don't have a whole lot of wood, so let me actually cancel that guy. If we can, there we go, and we can go ahead and put the stone one down instead, and that can go there, and then that's going to go ahead and get built, and that should be good. Let me go ahead and prioritize that if we can. We need to go ahead and highlight a worker. So who has the best crafting stuff? Building, construction, we have, they're all pretty much even. Okay, never mind. We'll just go ahead and have this guy do it then. So, oh, it's already getting built, so prioritize that, please. It's already being prioritized by Matilda, so that's fine. Okay, she'll go ahead and have that thing built here in a second. And there we go. It's a giant face with his hands on his side of the face. Okay, so that's their little prayer statue thingy, and they should be kind of okay now. The religious activity is not moving, and some of them do want alcohol, so it's a good thing that we researched the alcohol thing. That'll hopefully help their overall stats here in a little bit once we get that up and running here. So we need 50 wood for that thing to go ahead and start building it. And for right now, we'll go ahead and just place it over here by our butchery table. So one of our villagers has become rebellious, and I'm not quite sure what we can do about that. The sleep and the food is good. The entertainment activities is good, and it's just the religious and the alcoholic requirements. So I'm trying to see if I can get her to come over here and maybe do some religious stuff to go ahead and chill out a little bit. Our brewery thing is under construction right now. That's almost about done. We need a few more seconds here, and that's going to be up and running. And then hopefully we'll be able to start making some booze for our people here, because that'll hopefully chill them out a little bit here and get them kind of in a good mood. We have one little mountain thing done with. We have this one almost done. So now that it's done, we can go ahead and make some beer and stuff. So we need 20 of the red currant berries for this thing, for the rough wine. We need 20 barley and 5 fuel for the ale, and we need 20 barley, 5 herbs, and 5 fuel for the beer, and the beer requires a culinary skill of 10, and the other ones don't require anything. So we're gonna try the rough wine right now because I think we can get the berries because those are kind of everywhere right now. So if we have our people go ahead and harvest this stuff up, we can go ahead and hopefully have them bring that back and go ahead and harvest that. I don't care about the wheat thing there, but that's fine. I think we had some more over here. We do indeed. Let's go ahead and harvest that. Let's have them harvest this stuff here as well. And then we need to go ahead and have these guys take this stuff back to the stockpile over there so that it's usable by our guys to go ahead and make that wine. So these guys are going to go ahead and harvest that stuff up. Our last little person over here, what is she doing now? She's really hungry apparently, so that's not great. So now that our people are done mining out the little mine stuff here, we can go ahead and build a building here in the center kind of. So let's go ahead and do that. Our plants here are also flowering, so we're gonna have berries coming out of this little area here soon. But let's go ahead and place this stuff down here. We're gonna go with probably a little 10 by 10 little area here. We're probably not gonna go too big with it. Let's do 11 by 11 just to go ahead and kind of get this thing going here. So that should be good. And then we can go ahead and come back through and knock out some area here to go ahead and put in the door and some windows here. So we'll go ahead and put a window here, and we should be able to go ahead and plop some windows on this section here as well if the thing would delete these things. There we go. So that should be good, right? And we'll probably do the same thing on this side of the building as well. And then we can go ahead and just put the door in like that, and we need some windows, and we'll just go ahead and use the wooden windows here so we don't have to put any stone or anything into it like that. And then the floor can just go ahead and be the wood like we have in the other building over there. I don't think that's going to matter too much here. And with that, that's going to be the first floor of this little area done, right? We can go ahead and make it into a little 2-story area here. So what we'll do is have it go this way. Ooh, can I rotate my staircase, please? There we go. We'll have it go until about there maybe. We'll have it a 3 little gap away from the wall here, and we'll leave it a single staircase for right now. All right, and with these stairs there, we can go ahead and set the second floor in motion. I think we should be able to just go ahead and do that, right? And then we should be able to go ahead and build off of that with the flooring to go ahead and give it the second story here. And with all the windows placed in, we should be able to go ahead and do that. Yep, we can go ahead and build off of the wall there, and then we should be able to go ahead and do this all the way across the room here, and that's going to go ahead and leave the staircase open. That's nice that we don't have to worry about that. So currently we can't place the flooring right here in between these stairs, right? It's saying that we don't have enough of the foundation blocks close enough to it to go ahead and build off of it. So what we'll go ahead and try and do is place down one of these guys and see if that's going to allow us to go ahead and build off of it. Can I get you to snap onto the staircase? You're not going to snap on the staircase, are you? No, it's not. Okay, so maybe we just go ahead and plop one of these guys down then. We'll plop one there and we'll plop one there, and that should go ahead and allow us to fill in the floor at least. All right, and with that done, we can go ahead and put the roof onto our building now. So we're going to go ahead and stick with the original one that we just put on this roof over here. So that's just going to go ahead and give us like a normal looking roof, and we can go ahead and just drag it and drop it like that. That's going to go ahead and complete that. And then in here, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to place some of the production stuff into this building, but we're also going to probably end up putting some of the leisure stuff in here so that they have stuff to go ahead and use, some of the furniture as well. And then this building over here, what we're going to do with it is just leave it as the bedroom. We're going to move these items over to that building there, and then we'll go ahead and destroy these beds and place down the new beds that we just got. These guys here, the wooden hay bed. And hopefully we can go ahead and get our happiness of our villagers up here because they are kind of becoming annoyed. We keep getting that warning popping up every now and again. So we just got the prompt that we're entering into summer, and apparently we can go ahead and build underground storage to keep food fresh from the sunny days to come. I didn't even realize that's kind of a way we can go ahead and store food, so we're going to go ahead and do that now as well. While they're going ahead and getting this stuff ready, we're probably going to go ahead and have them dig down in this area here. We're going to tear down this mountain eventually, or the little hill here eventually, but for right now we should be okay. So actually, since we have this thing over here, we're going to try and build our underground thing on this little section here. Just use the little steps that we have already to go ahead and build it here. But if we go ahead and try and dig this area, the game auto mines the 3 little stack here. We can't have it dig 2 and then just leave 1 layer of the ground here. So we have to go down 1 layer to this layer, and we should be able to go ahead and dig into the ground here like that. So we don't target the ones above here, but we do have a little 3 tall little area that we are digging out. So if we go ahead and do that, right, we'll go into the mountain or the ground here. Does it tell me the numbers here? It's not giving me the length of this. So let's just go ahead and go into it until we're actually in it. So that's 4, I think, and that should be 5. So they'll go ahead and mine this thing out here. We'll go ahead and put a door there in a second when that thing gets dug out. But we have a new settler here. It says, barking up the wrong tree, she was found faint and bleeding by a citizen of Dorheim. From the axe and shattered lumber, Maud had clearly experienced a wood-cutting mishap. Would you let them stay and heal? Let's go ahead and welcome them in and try and help them heal. And then hopefully that might come back with some good karma, right? We might be able to go ahead and have more people come when this lady leaves. But I think we already have someone by that name. Oh, this lady's very close to it. Never mind. I thought we just had a duplicate of the people into our thing here, but we don't. So I'm going to allow these guys to finish building this thing, and hopefully they get to the mining in this area eventually. We need to cut down some more trees, it looks like. We might not have enough lumber. So let me go ahead and highlight some more trees for them to cut down. We have a bunch more on the map, so we're not in too much trouble just yet. Okay, so this building is finally done getting built, so we're going to go ahead and put these tables into there. So we have the fletching table and the basic workbench. So the basic workbench can go ahead and be right behind the staircase here. It's kind of just going to be sitting right there. That's fine. We're going to have the other stuff here on this building as well. So this guy can go ahead and hang out on that corner. The other one can go ahead and do the other side of the building there. The little brewing station and the butchery table we're going to leave outside. We're going to leave the campfire outside as well because that's where the lady is cooking up the food at. So then we can go ahead and go to the second story in this building here, and we can go ahead and plop a couple of the leisure items down. So we're going to place down 2 of these guys because we only have 1 right now, and we have, what is that, 5 people now. So every now and again I think somebody wants to play and they can't, so we're gonna do 1 there and 1 there. We're gonna leave the praying stuff outside for right now. I don't think we're gonna put anything else up here for right now. We can go ahead and place down a couple of the little tables and stuff here to go ahead and I guess have them do something. I'm not too sure what they're gonna do, but we can go ahead and place a table down right here for right now, and then we can go ahead and put some stools around it and see if whether or not they'll go ahead and actually use this thing to go ahead and sit down and eat. But that's going to be 5 little stools around that table. That should go ahead and allow them to go ahead and use it if they are and not use it if they don't. No big deal there. We are going to go ahead and delete these tables so that they don't use these ones anymore, and they kind of prioritize the ones in that building to go ahead and get built. Let's go ahead and let her finish that, and then we can delete that. And once they're done with those, we're going to tear out the beds and then place in the new ones as well. And I think we should be good, right? We have this little thing dug out right now. We have a little tunnel, a little tunnel going into this. So we can go ahead and place a door there for the time being. That's a window. We need a door, and we don't have any iron, so we can't use a fancy door, but we can just use a wooden door. So we'll go ahead and have it opening that way, and we'll go ahead and place it. We'll go ahead and place it there. So that's going to be inside the little mountain there, or the little hillside here. And then what we'll probably end up doing is something kind of small, probably like a little 5x5 little area in there, because all that's going to be in there, if we can set it, is just going to be food. We're not going to be storing anything else in there. And it could help us go ahead and prolong our food, or it could just be nothing and we just wasted time digging that place out. But we'll see that in a second once these guys are done doing this stuff, and we can swap out the beds here in a second as well. Okay, so since they're basically done placing down the remaining of the little tables that we just put in there, we're going to go ahead and destroy all these beds. Hopefully we have enough wood to go ahead and build the new ones, but we'll go ahead and take out these guys, and then we can go ahead and place down the new ones, and they are the same size, so no big deal there. We are going to have the pillows facing that way, and we need 5 of these for right now, so we'll just go ahead and go down the line here with 4 for right now. Once this one's destroyed, we can place another one. And then while they're doing that, we're going to go ahead and open up some of these windows here. So we can actually open them by going into that thing there and just toggling them. I thought these were like normal windows. I didn't realize that they've been closed this entire time. They don't have any light going in. I think that's why the rooms are so dark. So we can go ahead and open up all these windows. We're going to go through probably only this top floor right here and open these ones, and not necessarily the bottom floor here, because we kind of went a little overboard with the windows here, and I don't want to click on through all of these and open them. So now that we have our bedroom up and going here, we can go ahead and set up the little storage thing on this little section here. So let me go ahead and zoom back into the map here, and eventually it should toggle down. There we go. So we're going to go with a little 5x5, like I said, just to start off with here, just to see if this is actually going to help us or not. So currently we have 2, so that's going to be 4, and that's going to be 5. So that's 3 by 5, and that should go ahead and be 5 by 5. So once they're done digging this thing out here, we're going to go ahead and put down the next little thing here. Actually, you know what? I wonder if maybe we don't do that. Hold on. Can we stop them fast enough? We can. Okay, cool. So what if we go ahead and actually put down a secondary door here? I don't know if this is actually going to help here, but what if we go ahead and do that, right? We add in a secondary door like that, and then from that door onward, we do the 5 by 5, and that can go ahead and be that, right? So there's going to be this to this, and that should be 5 by 5. So we'll do that right now. That's going to be our little 5 by 5 area. We're going to set that as our food storage, and hopefully the double door acts like an airlock. It might not have any effect in this game, but I guess we'll see whether or not that has anything to do with it or not. But we're going to let this process through. I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so they just finished digging this thing out. We can go ahead and set a stockpile in here, and we can also set the filter on this stockpile to only allow them to store food in here. So if we click on this, we can disable all of them and then only allow food items to be stored in here, and that's going to go ahead and hopefully store the food in here. And then what we need to do next is go back to this stockpile over here and toggle these ones not to store any food items now. So we need this guy not to store food, and we need this guy, because these are two separate stockpiles here, to also not store any food. So that should be that, and then they should hopefully move whatever food items they do have currently over to this guy now in this area. And we're about to get hit by a hailstorm, so hopefully that doesn't destroy anything in our little base thing right now. And there we go. We have our food getting stored here. So does this tell me anything different? It stays 100% fresh. It is still decaying though because of the ground type that it's on. So I guess if we put a flooring in, it might kind of slow that down even more. And I'm not exactly sure how fast this would normally decay, but we have 17 hours before it or 12 hours before it rots. So let me actually toggle these guys to put a floor in here and see if that helps any. So I went ahead and put the limestone flooring in, and all of the food in here doesn't have a decay time on it anymore. So I think we should be good. It still has a fresh meter and a hit point meter, but the decay thing that was counting down 12 hours is no longer there. So I think we should be okay. We should be able to go ahead and store a decent amount of food in here. We might end up having to expand this thing out because 5 by 5 little area there's probably not going to be that much food storage, but it should be more than enough for what we have right now. We don't have a ton of villagers, so we don't need to store thousands and thousands of pieces of food, so we should be okay. But anyways, I think that's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. We got a new building set up. We have our production stuff on the bottom floor there. We have our leisure items on the top floor, and for the most part, our villagers here all seem to be happy. They don't seem to be angry anymore. They're eating kind of better stuff than they were because one of our villagers is making stews, and that feeds them a little bit better than just eating the berries and stuff on their own. So that's good. We don't have them angry at us anymore. I think next episode we're going to go ahead and start getting into the metalworking and stuff, and we need to start building up some defenses because this thing has been there this entire time. So we need to go ahead and do that eventually as well, because we will have raids coming in at some point. I don't know when, but they're going to just start getting triggered, I think, randomly here. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and be it. So hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.